are well known. I can show a variation of the way I do it. I'm not coming up with like the original stuff. I'm like just optimizing the ones that are already there.
Crusaders are attacking our trade route.
Epitaph 64, thanks for the follow. The scouts are 2 cav archers, include archers in between. Yes. Aztecs Manatam into full eagles. I think I don't have that one. Maybe I can show that one. Yeah, okay. I'll probably do that one after this. But let's focus on the one we have right now. And the one we have right now is Fast Castle Crossbow. Playing versus standard AI? Yes, I am. I'm showing build orders, my friend. And the one we have right now is Fast Castle Crossbow. We want to get up to the castle age, make archers while we are going up to the castle age, and make crossbows. It's basically the same as the Night Rush, where you want to be fully walled. And again, this can be done in a pocket position, where you are an archer civilization in a team game in a pocket position, and you want to be going for crossbows instead of knights. Like, you don't have the best knights in the game, and you want to play crossbows. So Meso civilizations, so instead of eagle warriors, they can also play crossbows. Since most of the Meso civilizations have more than decent crossbows. Is this noob training? No, this is just a build order. Well, to be fair, yes, it is kind of noob training of like the build orders, if anyone wants to know them. Push all the deers again. All of them. Whenever you're going for fast castle, push all of the deers. You are not going to be scouting for your opponent that early on anyway. So 4 on wood, 6 on sheep/deer, and then next villager goes to the elephant. The same thing as this guy. Like, this map is so much better compared to the last one where we had to wall a lot. But like, we're still gonna be fully walling our base before we reach feudal age, so that we don't take any damage to any of the rushes that the opponent's pocket might do to you. Typically, scouts come to your base around 10 minutes. Like, the initial one scout will reach your base and will be in your base by 10 minutes and trying to stop you from walling. So we want to make sure that we are basically almost fully walled, or in a position where like he can't do damage by the time the 10 minutes are up. I'm already setting up my houses in a way where I'm gonna be walling up my front of my base. Since we are pushing deer, we don't have to hurry up that early with our berries. Berry is like the slowest food source, so I can delay it a little bit and send the new villages, which can be overcrowding your boar, to just make sure that they are under the town center. So let's see, how do I want to wall this? Do I want to wall it in a circle, or do I want to wall it to the edge? I mean, like, you can go for the big walls, which are harder to protect, but I would advise you to play with like as small of a wall as possible, so that you can invest into making production instead. How do you push zebra with this green circle? You mean follow? I use the follow command. Green circle, I have no clue, but I guess he means like this one. And once we have our second boar, again, I'm gonna be using at least 3 villages to wall up.
مستعدة. حطابة.
أهلا. ألو. بناء.
Just keeping a scout at my base.
نعم. سأفعل. بناءة. باحثة عن الطعام.
نعم. صياح. سأفعل. بناء. بناء.
That's the animation you have. That's the animation you have when you follow a unit. Like if I can follow this unit, it will make a green circle around it.
سأفعل. بناء.
So 3 villages walling, setting up my base. So let's look like that. It follows the unit. Makes a green circle.
بناء. بناء. حطاب.
We're gonna go up with 28 population again.
أهلا. ألو. أمر. بناء. 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 نعم. حطاب. حطاب.
10 onward.
حطاب.
نعم.
Now, like you have to manually control it, and when you're behind the deer, you put it on follow
باحثة عن الطعام.
so that it pushes the deer.
أمر. حسن.
Once you have 10 on wood on both the wood lines, you need to have 6 on berries.
مستعد. باحث عن بناء. حطاب.
Your walls are too small. Scouts can jump over.
نعم. باحثة.
That's not how it works in this game, man.
أمر. باحثة عن الطعام.
And once you have 28 population, you can click up on the next stage.
مستعدة. باحثة عن
نعم.
الطعام.
باحث عن الطعام.
أمر.
أهلا. ألو.
باحثة عن
So
الطعام.
once you're up,
نعم.
3 villages go to gold. Still collecting the sheep.
مستعد. باحث عن الطعام.
And once you click up,
بناء. باحثة
I'm
عن
gonna be
الطعام.
adding
بناء.
those 5 farms again.
مستعد. باحث عن الطعام.
And once you have enough for a barracks, you make a barracks. Last game I had to make even bigger walls than the one I have right now. That's why I can afford the barracks almost immediately. Yeah, 5 farms plus 6 on berries.
أمر.
That's usually how I do it.
نعم.
أهلا.
أمر.
نعم. ألو. حطاب.
Is there not a text on the top right? You can see which strategy I'm doing. I think I've written Fast Castle Crossbow on the top right of the screen. So if you're confused on what I'm doing, just look at the top right of the map. The screen.
مستعد. أمر. مستعد.
Yeah, I'll show you mana terms into Eagle Warrior.
باحث عن
After
الطعام.
this,
أهلا. ألو.
once you're up, these 3 villages can make the archery range,
مستعد.
blacksmith. Next 2 villages go to gold.
نعم. أمر. أهلا. ألو. مستعد. بناء. باحث عن الطعام.
Add the second range as well.
أهلا. حطاب.
And once you're up, you can do the age up faster, right? Yes, you can, but like then you won't have enough economy to add town centers, add economy, like do the other stuff. I always just like to do it with 28, like 28. No, it is not slow. Like people don't know how to like. If you do it faster, you break your economy. You won't be able to sustain stuff.
نعم.
You can try it. Like it's just like easier or safer to do it with 28.
منجم.
28 plus 2 is like your standard fast castle build. If you do it with 26 or 27, you will break your economy if like you are not playing with a really good economy civilization. With certain civilizations, yes, it's possible. But with Saracens, you have no eco bonuses. Even with Britons, I would like recommend playing 20, like honestly 28, 20. Just like use the bonus of Britons for the extra food and the word, like in making sure your economy is fine. Once you're going up, get both the upgrades, the farm and the wood upgrade. The berry is going to be running out. You have 5 on gold. Make as many archers as possible while having those 5 on gold be working. Once your berry runs out, you're gonna be making 3 more farms. Send the 3 villages on gold so that you have 8 on gold. Now you don't add the TCs immediately. This is like the mistake everyone makes when they are going for fast castle. You add your TCs later. You don't add your TCs immediately. Once you're up, you get crossbow, you get the wood upgrade, and you keep 8 villages on gold. New villages all go to wood. You need to maintain these 11 farms. No, you don't get ballistics early. This is fast castle crossbow. This is not like crossbows provide you with a much greater value than archers at this point of the game. It's not as common anymore, but you are heavily prioritizing your economy right now rather than your army. Yes, you can do the army, but it will delay your imp time by a lot. I really like to have like play economy route rather than the army variation. This is team game build order, not 1v1. Exactly. Once you have enough wood for a town center, you will make it. And the 4 villages to the make a town center. Once you have enough food for Bodkin, get the Bodkin upgrade. This is pocket fast castle crossbow, Luffy. I literally said that in the opening. I'm gonna be replacing this lumber camp instead of waiting for a town center. Set up your second town center first before. No, it won't be slow. I've done this a lot of times and it's like one of the best things you can do if it goes unpunished. It's for civilizations. Forget my noobness. You have not played enough games, man. This is like a build order for a very specific situations, and if done correctly, this is really, really strong. And now you have enough food to sustain villages from 2 town centers and sustain archers from 2 ranges. I'm gonna get the armor as well. And I'm gonna wait for at least like a couple more farms, like 15-ish farms before let's go 16 farms before I add a 3rd town center. Again, all of the new villages go to wood till you have enough for a town center. And now you add a 3rd town center. Continue making crossbows. And now is the time you can save enough for wheelbarrow. Around the time you make your 3rd town center, you should already be getting enough resources for wheelbarrow. And once you have your 3rd TC foundation going up, this is when you add like a university for ballistics. You can do it a little bit earlier than the 3rd TC, like after the 2nd TC you get ballistics. But like the safest way of playing like team game with like really good macro is to just basically get your 3 TCs up and then get ballistics. You're still much faster than your opponents who went for straight archers into like town centers. They won't be able to sustain. You don't like immediately add TCs, you don't immediately add economy. You wait a little bit to set up the economy. And now you have enough for ballistics. Continue making crossbows. And now we want to get up to 30 farms so that we can click up to Imperial Age, which will not be that hard since like you've basically done all the other things already. So the next thing is just 30 farms, which is like the standard thing you want to do when you're playing archers. Just need a few more farms.
مستعدة. أمر. بناء.
مزارع. مستعد. بناء.
بناءة.
I have 30 farms exactly, so I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna be getting a second building so that I can click up. Constant 2-range production. I don't need to add any more production. If you have 2-range crossbow production at the like entire time, you don't need to add more ranges. That should be more than enough. Once you have your 30 farms, this is the time to get sent to stone. I'm gonna be sending like 10-ish villagers to stone. I'm gonna be distributing my town centers between gold and wood now.
أمر. بناءة.
Gold upgrade. I'm gonna be sending more villagers to gold, as many as possible. Just split between gold and wood based on what is happening. Just maintain the 30 farmers. Not gonna be getting any other economy upgrades like handcart or farm upgrade. We're just gonna be saving that food to click up to Imperial Age. Cutting a little bit of production. And now when you're getting ready to click up to Imperial Age, this is when you add more ranges. I'm up. And I'll reach Imperial by 30 minutes with like 3 town center economy. Now you finalize your upgrades with the gold upgrade, the farm upgrade, the handcart. Like, now is the time. Remove the villages from gold, otherwise you're gonna be floating a lot more gold. The stone villages will give you enough stone by the time your upgrades get researched. I'm gonna be removing a bit of from gold and sending them to wood and food. But like food you don't really want to touch. Like 30 on food is more than enough. Gold upgrade, stone upgrade, and actually I'll remove the stone upgrade. I don't need it as much. Get handcart. And produce from 4 ranges while going up. You can use the build order as flank too, but it's risky. You have to have a good base, safe gold, and full walling your base. Exactly. And once you have enough for a castle, you remove you basically don't remove those villages. You send the villagers to make a castle, Send your crossbows over there. I'm also gonna be getting thumb ring upgrade. And just replace any farms that are going to be lost because I've already got the heavy plow now.
مستعدة.
Actually, I'll cancel thumb ring because I need the other upgrades a little bit more.
نعم. مستعد. الهجوم.
Thumb, bracer, arbor, and yeah.
نعم. بناءة. بناءة.
نعم بناء
I'm gonna add like another
أمر
few siege workshops so that
بناءة.
أمر حسن.
you can make siege like cannons.
نعم.
مستعدة. حسبة.
مستعد حطاب
نعم. حسبة.
مستعد. هجوم.
أمر عامل من حطاب
Continue up to that 100-ish villager count.
أمر. نعم.
And I can cut villager production even. I can just play full army now. The rest of the population can be like just be filled with army. I can be sending villagers to make trade now
بناءة. بناءة.
and like basically start walling up the map again
نعم
with the rest of the stone.
بناء أهلا بناء
This is like your typical like team game stuff where once you have your first castle up, you're gonna be spending most of your stone to wall off the entire map to secure the trade.
ألو
أمر. بناءة. نعم. بناءة. أمر. بناءة.
I lost the trip.
مستعد بناء
Just setting up trade, and now you can make castles or whatever in your trade line depending on what is happening. Yeah, this is pretty much gonna be ending like the fast castle into crossbow play in a team game
بناء
where you're getting up to 200 population, send your extra resources to ally if you are floating any of the food or anything, get coinage, get caravan, set up trade to the other side of the map with your allies,
بناء
and yeah, enjoy the game. From that point on, you can also start outposting the map
مستعد
so that you can spot like you can get vision on the map to see what is happening. Yeah, this ends the fast castle crossbow. Some of the tips I'm giving you can also include like about the map control thing with the other things on the other build orders. It like is pretty much universal. It applies to most of the scenarios. Okay.